Good evening from East Midlands Airport, and welcome back to Live Flight Action. It's our first live stream in the evening down here at East Midlands Airport. Primary test this evening on the equipment, just to make sure it's operating correctly and as it should. There may be a bit of distortion because of the extremely low light and the autofocus on the camera, but we'll try our best to work through it. So thank you very much for joining us this evening. It's a rather cold evening down here in East Midlands. Just bear with us while we have a look at some of the ground movements here. So pinging up on the radar now, it's the Beach King Air 360. It's run by Specsavers Aviation. It's travelling from East Midlands down to Southampton. We won't zoom too far just yet. It's because of the distortion that the autofocus will give. You can just about see that Beach King there. It's with its beacon flashing in the distance, making its way down to runway 27. Back off that. Slightly, as you can see, it is full darkness down here down at East Midlands. Just before 6 p.m. Sorry, just after 6 p.m. in the UK. Hopefully a few flights in this evening. Just have a quick look at the radar once that Beach King takes off. Just entering runway 27 now. So let's plug in some power. There we go. Okay, next arrive at East Midlands, another beach key. No details on this one just yet. Making its way down from Barrow and Firth. Apologies for the autofocus on the camera, something that we need to look at getting sorted out. So just keep that image slightly back, so obviously autofocus not cooperating properly. Yeah, it's just due to the low light and the distance on the camera, the focal distance on the camera. Autofocus is slightly struggling with the very low lights here. So we're waiting for that beach king to arrive. Let's just quickly have a look at the weather movements for this evening. So we're arriving just before the stream started. It's the Jetsu 737 from Gran Canaria. The cargo jet 767 from Cincinnati. Scheduled time of 6:30. It's now delayed until 9 minutes past 7. The 1AS 747 in from Muscat. That's due in around 45 minutes time. And then the DHL service in from New York, operated by another 767, originally due in at 2 minutes to 7, now delayed until 8:35. The RVL Aviation in from the Isle of Man, scheduled just after 7 p.m. The Jetsu service from Tenerife, operated by a 737. Due in just after 7:15, followed by the Chewy service in from Gran Canaria. It's also due in just before 7:20. The Jetsu service from Fuerteventura is slightly delayed. It was due at 7:20. now due in at 7:41. We should hopefully see the Maersk 767 as well in from Cologne. It's not pinged up on radar yet, and there's nothing on the arrival time, so we may or we may not see that one this evening. The Chewy service in from Lanzarote was due at 7:30, now due in at 20:41. DHL service from Brussels scheduled for 7:46. The Jet service from Lanzarote due in at 8 is now scheduled for 8:30. The Ryanair service in from Tenerife due in just before 8:10. The Aerologic service Boeing 777 in from Leipzig, again due in just after, before 8:10. And the UPS service from Philadelphia due in at 8:18. And the last one currently pinging up is the DHL service in from Reykjavik, operated by a Boeing 757. It is en route, scheduled just after 8:15. So in terms of departures, the Aerologic is off to Brussels at 8:30. Aerologic, twist the camera around. Beach King just making its way up the taxi where they're turning off. And the Aerologic there, triple. So 767. Should be pushing back anytime soon with a departure slot of 6:30. Scheduled departures after that, it's the Maersk service to Cologne, followed by the Ryanair service to Tenerife at 8:30, and the Avgeek service back to Cincinnati at 8:40. So thank you very much for joining us this evening down at East Midlands Airport. So if this is your first time joining us, welcome to Live Flight Action. And if you've not already, please do consider subscribing. This is our second stream from East Midlands this year. We did a stream last Saturday. So if you did miss that, do go back and have a look. That one was during the daytime, so a bit more light. But we did catch that one Air 747 arriving into East Midlands as well. The Aerologic there just being de-iced. The weather down at East Midlands is particularly cold this evening. It's currently 0 degrees, getting down to about -1 whilst we're on the screen. So let's keep an eye on that one Air 747. But do let us know if the sound is still, if you're still having difficulties with the sound. So the audio is coming through strong on our side. Do let us know if you're having issues with the audio, so it can adjust. Hopefully it should be Hopefully should be okay now. So the 10747 just passing north of Bruges now. Scheduled arrival time on that is in the next 40 minutes or so. So let's see if we can adjust that. Just that sound. A couple of few air issues with hearing us. So let's try and turn up that mic. So that's some extra gain added onto the mic there. If that's made any difference to anyone, do let me know. Okay, great. So we got that sound sorted. If anybody does have any issues hearing us anytime during the stream, just let us know and we'll adjust again. It's a bit of a difficult position where we are, just with the background noise. So we just done the microphones down a bit, but hopefully just adjusting that gain has sorted any issues for you. Great. Thanks, Mark and John, for letting me know on that. It's always difficult to be in this end of the airport with the proximity of the road. Just don't know how to adjust the road noise, but glad we got that one sorted for you. So that's Aerologic there, just being de-iced. Hopefully we should see that one push anytime soon. Planes, trains and buses. Not too sure on the One Air in terms of a bird strike. You know, one has been down in Cardiff for one of its engines being overhauled. I don't know if that one's been returned to Alaska or not. But I think that one is awaiting a new engine. But I'm not quite sure on the bird strike on that one. If anybody does know, do let us know. So once that 767 finishes the icing, you'll see that one push back. Just emerging onto the taxiway further down the apron is the Aer Lingus service to Belfast. Slightly delayed this evening. I was due out a couple of hours ago, I think, around 4 o'clock. And only just making its way down for departure on runway 27. So it's still relatively quiet here down at East Midlands, whilst we await all that evening traffic to make its way overhead the UK and up towards East Midlands. The cargo operations should start quite soon, but hopefully should be a busy couple of hours. So the primary focus is just to keep an eye on all of the batteries tonight. It is quite cold, so if anything does drop out audio, it'll probably be the batteries in those, but we'll keep an eye and make sure those levels don't go too low so you don't lose any audio or visuals on the action down here at East Midlands Airport this evening. So it is our first stream from East Midlands at night. I'd say night, early evening, but hopefully, yeah, over the next few weeks that should alleviate and we get a bit more daylight. We're scheduling a few streams as well during the day, so we've got full visibility of the airfield in its entirety. The Elling is just making its way onto runway 27 now. So also focus to struggle against the dark night sky there. That's the Ellinger service off to Belfast there. The aerologic service just starting up now. Sorry, correction, it's not 767, it's 777. We got 767 from, but there's the aerologic 777 off to Brussels. So we'll keep with the 777 as it starts at the it's the cargo jet 767, so we got that mismatch from the cargo jet 767 from Cincinnati, due in just after 7 o'clock. It is a show on the UPS 747s. We still get a good variety of, I say a good variety of UPS aircraft. I think it's mainly the 767s and 757s down here at East Midlands now. So the Aerologic there, making its way off the DHL apron onto the taxiway. And then making its way down to the start of runway 27 for a relatively short flight over to Brussels this evening. So the next departure is on for quite some time down here at East Midlands. After 8 PM, so about 8:15, 8:30, Should see the Maersk 767 and the Ryanair service to Tenerife. Try and keep going as long as we can this evening. The temperature is dropping though. We'll just back up to 777 for the time being. The only remaining DHL aircraft on the stand there. One of the older ones in the DHL fleets. But generally, no other traffic around on that DHL stand at the minute. That feels relatively quiet, only by the 777 making its way down for departure. Just a quick pan around to make sure that that focus is behaving itself. So just some brief details on the airframe. Operating for Aerologic, registration Alpha Lima Juliet, 15 years of age, originally delivered in 2009. Previous flights operated by that today were an earlier service from Hong Kong to Delhi, and that particular aircraft arriving in from Delhi earlier today. Landing just before 4 PM according to the radar. So line up now, ready for departure. It's that Aerologic 777. So otherwise then East Midlands, the visibility is quite good this evening. A good 20 miles plus visibility and no cloud cover either. So another relatively cold evening. So the 1Air747 now just north of London. Scheduled arrival in the next 20 minutes or so. It's making its way up to East Midlands at a rather fast pace. Just passing north of St Albans now. So just bear with us while we keep an eye on everything here, make sure it operates as it should. I think the traffic to East Midlands overall is quite varied. There's a lot of different traffic here. As you're just saying, there's quite a few 747s operating in here now, especially with 1Air. The odd VIP 747 regularly, I say regularly, has been in a couple of times as well. I think the last one was it was a Saudi 747. I think that one was transporting horses, the last I heard, collecting from East Midlands. But there's a lot of cargo jets in and out of East Midlands. Some military as well. Towards the summertime, autumn time last year, the Indian Air Force with their C-17s. And this week as well, I think the RAF doing a brief fly past on a training exercise with one of their C-17s. I think one of the Red Arrows as well made its way over here this week. But whilst it's relatively quiet at points, there is a lot of varied traffic. Traffic that you don't normally see at other airports. So again, the only downside of these Midlands is the lull in traffic in between arrivals and departures can be quite lengthy. But hopefully we should see that one in the next 20 minutes or so as it makes its way up towards East Midlands. And thank you again for everybody who's watching this evening. So keep pinging in and out of the chat. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. We're only a relatively small channel. We're just in the process of starting up. So thank you very much for joining us and helping us steadily grow. And hopefully that 1Air makes full use of their runway this evening. Should make its way down to towards the end of 09. Should see that turn off and taxi down to its stand at the other end of the airfield, towards the UPS hangars down there. So let's just keep warm. Go. So a couple of diversions into East Midlands early today. Down from Manchester due to the runways being closed. Whilst they cleared the snow, had the Finnair Airwolves in. I believe that went straight back out to Helsinki, inbound to Manchester from, I believe, Helsinki, and then departed straight back out from East Midlands to Helsinki. So they didn't make its journey back up to Manchester. And then also the Chewy 797 in as well. Yeah, so 787-9. Again, divert from Manchester. I think that one made its way back up relatively quickly though. Not sure how long that one was on the ground for. So let's keep an eye on the progress of that 747. I'm just approaching east of Northampton now. It's around 10 minutes out from touching down here at East Midlands. And the arriving One Air service in from Muscat. 33 years of age on that airframe, delivered in 1991. Not originally to One Air. I believe that one's had many different operators. It's been adorned too. So the DHL have been just preparing for those later arrivals. The ground movements are still limited. And that should pick up. So hopefully the equipment's behaving itself. While the bit of audio issue we had at the start of the stream. We did try stream with another camera to start with, one of the backup cameras that we have. but it just wouldn't fit on the rig that we've got, unfortunately. I'm going to try and get a bit of a better perspective on the airfield by using a better camera, but it just wouldn't fit in the rig, so hence we've got a bit of an issue with the autofocus this evening. We'll try and sort that out for a future stream and try and modify it some way. We can try and get a bit more light onto the sensor, get a bit of a brighter image across on the stream. So the cargo jet 767 making its way over from Cincinnati, just approaching the coast of Wales, just north of Llandudno, routing down over Chester and into East Midlands. Scheduled arrival time on that is around 25 minutes. So you'll see that 10747 arriving first, followed by the cargo jet 767. And quite possibly the jet 270 in from Tenerife, well scheduled to arrive around the same time. So hopefully that background noises has now dropped off past peak commuting time. So all is relatively quiet around the airfield at the minute. See if we can track that 747 in as well. So the visibility is quite good this evening, so you should be able to see it quite a way off in the distance. If anybody does have any questions, do let us know in the chat. if anybody's got any suggestions regarding the stream, do let us know as well. Happy to take any feedback. Just don't be too harsh. It's only our first few streams, so we're still getting into the swing of things, as it were. Hopefully, we're doing okay with what we're doing. It's just a shame on the traffic here at East Midlands that it's not more of a. They don't have more regular services. So pretty much stuck between Manchester and Birmingham. So a lot of the operators tend to go from there. East Midlands being a primary cargo hub, especially with the investment in the new business park, just the other end of the runway. Freeport, I think it's formerly known as. A lot of infrastructure, rail infrastructure gone in there to facilitate the feeding in and out of cargo from East Midlands. Yeah, it did get mentioned to us regarding Tuesday on our last stream. We are going to make our way down next Tuesday, I think. Probably a slightly earlier time. But we'll keep an eye on the weather as well. Just to see how that goes over the next week or so. It was relatively cold on Saturday, but it was quite slushy underfoot. But again, quite cold to be out here for quite a long time. The cedar's not too bad. It's still cold, but everything's still frozen over, so it's not too bad moving around. So the 10747 just approaching East Midlands now. Once to turn onto its approach for finals. You may just be able to see it. It's just past the top of the tower. Tiny blip in the sky. Just pad around to make sure we get that one in shot. And hopefully you should be able to see on the screen that one making its way down now. Yes, we are, Mark. We're down the near the bus stop, down the DHL end of the of the airfield. We'll just come down this end primarily for the proximity to the cargo operations this evening. So gradually making its way down now, it's the 1Air747 service in from Muscat. Yeah, we've definitely got all our thermals on tonight. Managing to keep warm though. The 747 touching down there, rolling out towards the end of 09 now. Making its way a bit further down the runway. There we go. It's hard to judge the turn-off points from this distance. There we go, I'm exiting 27. Is that a 747? So focus. It's just not going to play with us tonight. And there you go, making its way down on the taxiway now to its stand. And we'll keep on that one as it taxis down. Cargo jet 767 just approaching north of the airfield now. It's around 8 minutes out on that arrival. Let's check on the other scheduled arrivals into East Midlands this evening. So in the next 10 to 15 minutes we should see the Jet 2 service in from Tenerife, followed by the Chewy service in from Gran Canaria. The Jet 2 service in from Tenerife just passing overhead circumference, so around 10 minutes out. And the Chewy service just passing overhead Milton Keynes, around 50 minutes out on that one. So just keeping an eye out for that cargo jet in the distance. It's just passing north of the airfield now. And the 10747 still progressing down to its standard. So around 5 minutes before that cargo jet 767 touches down here in East Midlands, we can just see it in the distance, just out of the shot of the camera. Should come into view once it turns on to its final approach. Just pan over to the other side of the airfield. Just a bit too dark to track that one in, but it is out there. So whilst we wait for the arrival of that 767, the DHL stand is becoming more active. A lot of the cargo bins now being transported outside, ready for their departure later this evening. and cargo jet 767 service. Just turn it on to finals now for EMA 27. Particular aircraft is 36 years of age, delivered in 1988. And it's back on its return service to East Midlands this evening. Departed yesterday evening at just before 10:30, a flight time of 7 hours and 52 minutes. A bit of a shorter journey on its way back, only slightly. A journey of 7 hours and 26 minutes. The Jet 2 service from Tenerife, around 5 minutes out now from East Midlands. It should be followed by the Chewy service in around 10 minutes' time. Next to touchdown, it's that cargo jet service in from Cincinnati. The Jet 2 service just north of the airfield now. I'll pick that one up in the next couple of minutes once it turns onto its final approach. But we'll keep with that 767 for the time being. this evening. It's a bit warmer. So, sorry about that, just putting some extra gloves on. Okay, now back out to the cargo jet 767 as we watch that one being unloaded this evening. Yeah, sorry about that. Just had to put the microphone down for a second. Hopefully it's back online now though. Let's put a few extra layers on. Keep that cold off. Now we're definitely still here. So if the camera behaves itself in the low light, let's try and get a close-up of that 767 being unloaded. Hopefully that's a bit closer. Hopefully the clarity is still there as well. So next to arrive on the radar anyway. Jet 2 service from Fuerteventura. So around 25 minutes out. Just passing overhead Chesham. So making its way up the country now towards Milton Keynes, and then it should route up towards Leicester into East Midlands. So that particular aircraft should be unloaded quite quickly. Hopefully we'll see the next lot of cargo be loaded onto that as well. Scheduled departure of that aircraft is 22.9, 8:40 this evening. So a relatively rapid turnaround. There seems to be just a few delays as well on the arriving traffic. The Jet 2 service in from Lanzarote delayed until 8:35. A 35-minute delay on that service. The Airlogic 777 from Leipzig, 40-minute delay on that service. But we should catch the UPS 767 arriving into East Midlands this evening. That one's still showing arriving just before 8:15. And good evening, Martin. Thank you very much for joining us. And thanks, Andy, for joining us. Thank you for subscribing as well. Hopefully many more streams to come from here at East Midlands. So that temperature has definitely dropped. There's not a cloud in the sky to be seen here this evening. We've been able to track most of the arrivals in. I think starting with the 10747, that was first visible as is approaching south of Leicester. We've pretty much got visibility all the way over to the south and north and east of the airfield as well. It's definitely going to be a freezing night. But thank you for joining us. We'll persevere with it as best we can. Got a lot of layers on. Hopefully the stream's still coming through quite clear. Hopefully that audio is still strong and the images clear as well. It's as clear as we can get it, given the conditions of the light at the minute. Hopefully the autofocus is behaving itself, not distorting the stream too much. We'll look at getting that sorted for subsequent streams. It's just a bit of a challenge given how dark it is this evening, and the brightness of the lights all the way down the airfield as well. The autofocus just having a bit of an issue keeping track of the subject. So in terms of next streams, we should be out either this weekend or next Tuesday. I believe on the last stream somebody mentioned it was one of the 747 pilots' last flights. That aircraft was inbound from Muscat around 5 p.m. So we'll try and get down for that one. If anybody knows any details of that one, do let us know. We'll put a stream up next week for it anyway, and make our way down here. I'll keep an eye on the flight schedules for that one as well. And the crew there just giving the aircraft a quick visual before its departure. See if we can get a bit closer. It's mainly the flashing lights. The key on the autofocus is a bit of an issue this evening. Hopefully at this distance, we've still got quite a good visual of the operations on that DHL stand this evening. So hopefully over the next year we'd like to offer many more streams from down here at East Midlands. Equipment wise, we're fully equipped to stream from anywhere, really. We've done a few streams from Manchester, a few test streams that weren't public as such. They were just testing audio and visual equipment. But the last stream we did from Manchester was, I think, back just after summertime last year. So I'll try and definitely get back up there again at some point this year. And just a brief test stream after Christmas from Birmingham Airport. Again, just testing the modifications that I've made to the equipment. But hopefully we can make East Midlands a regular stream, albeit when it's a bit warmer. But especially moving into the lighter evenings over the next few months, we should be able to offer quite a varied range of stream from down here at the airport. With lighting conditions, making the viewing slightly easier and brighter as well. Can get a lot closer to the action. It's just a shame that the camera is having a few difficulties with it. But hopefully it's been a good stream so far. Thank you very much for everybody who's joined. Thank you for everybody who's subscribed as well so far. Thank you for your support. If you are new to us, thank you very much for joining, and do consider subscribing. We've got a lot more content to put out there, so do come along and support the channel if you can. So the next aircraft inbound to East Midlands is the Jet 2 service in from Future. The aircraft just passing through 6,000 feet now. Just north of Leicester, so we should see that one arrive in the next 5 minutes or so. We can just see it here in the distance from the airport. So it's just a bit of a distance out to get that on the stream. But once that starts to turn onto its final approach, we'll get on to that one. We'll keep on with the 76 sound for the time being. And pretty much relative peace now. The road behind is generally quiet. The odd passing car. And the airfield is now quite quiet in itself. Not much noise from the unloading of that 767. Hopefully once that finishes, we'll catch the loading of its next live cargo. So that one is due out in about an hour's time. In that Jet 2 service in from Future Ventura. Just about to turn on to final now. So we'll wait till that one's a bit further in before panning over to it. Ryanair 737 also pinging up on the radar now. No destination as of yet. I'd assume it will be the 8:30 service to Tenerife. Just pan across now to that arriving Jet2 service. Particular aircraft registered Romeo Tango Charlie, 18 years of age, first delivered in 2006. Just looking back on, I can't say the airport's definitely evolved since the 80s. Still the regular 737 services in though. Even over the past 10 years or so, the amount of infrastructure that's been that's gone up around the airport, especially down at the Freeport, the end of runway 27, and especially the cargo operators as well. The infrastructure has massively grown. Flight on the next arriving Jet2 service is just over 3 hours and 50 minutes, 3 hours and 54 minutes on that particular flight from Future Insurer. And if you're just joining us this evening on my stream, very good evening to you. Thank you for joining us down at East Midlands. I'm sure you're a lot warmer than I am at the minute. That Jet2 service just leaving runway 27 there onto the taxiway. And vacating down to the apron to park up and disembark. So that's making its way down to the terminal. Let's have a look at that 767 again. On the right point for autofocus to behave itself. Yeah, looks like most of that cargo has now been decanted. Hopefully we should see it loaded up again imminently. And good evening to you, Heathrow Live as well. Thank you for joining us this evening. The National Police Service Broken Air just making a rapid turn on to final for 279. Had a relatively good trip out, just over 2.5 hours, routing up to Leeds, and then looks like it's been conducting aerial observations over Birmingham and returning to East Midlands now. So yeah, quite a relatively small aircraft, the Vulcan Air. So it may get missed in those taxiway lights there and the runway lights. We'll keep on it till it touches down. Whilst that touches down, we'll get some more power on the go. Safely down there, the arriving National Police Service Vulcan Air. Just pan across to the 767, and we'll just keep on that while I find some more power. So I'll just put the microphone to one side for a minute. Just bear with us. Okay, so hopefully all powered on now. Let's get focus back on that cargo aircraft. Hopefully that'll last us out. So that Ryanair 737 still pinging up. No destination as of yet. And the Royal Netherlands Air Force C-130 just passing overhead. You can see like it's lost amongst the stars. Oh. Caught there. Only issue, everything is dark, so you can't see what's in front of you at lower level. Apologies for that. Caught it with my sleeve there. So thanks again to everybody who's joined us this evening from East Midlands. And if you're new to join us, welcome to Live Flight Action. We're a relatively new channel. I hope to be predominantly based down at East Midlands. If you're new to the channel this evening, do consider subscribing. We have a lot more content to share with you, and hopefully a lot more streams. But thank you for everybody who's watched, especially in this freezing cold weather this evening. So there's not much on the approach at the minute into East Midlands. Next aircraft inbound, or next inbound aircraft, around 20 minutes out. There's a slight delay this evening on inbound services to East Midlands. The Lanzarote service due in at 7:30, now due in at just before 8:45. Also followed by the Jet 2 service from Lanzarote just before that, 8:40. That one's due in around. So the next 40 minutes or so. Ryanair service in from Tenerife due at 8:15. And the Aerologic service in from Leipzig, the 777, due just before 10:09. The UPS service in from Philadelphia, expected just before 8:25, around the same time as the DHL service in from Reykjavik. followed by the West Atlantic service in from Guernsey. It's operated by an ATR. Yes, ATR 72, that one. So again, thank you very much for joining us this evening. Probably stick around for the next 45 minutes or so. Just catch the inbound arrival of those cargo services, and then we'll make an escape from the cold. Do keep an eye out though for our next streams. As I say, we should be at it again next Tuesday, or the weekend, or next Tuesday, depending on operations down here at East Midlands. It'll take us a good 15 minutes or so to get everything packed away. Well, hopefully the stream's been of a decent quality this evening. So it's our first night stream from down here at East Midlands, just to test the equipment really. I know we've had a few struggles with that autofocus and the audio as well at the very start, but we're really just in an initial testing phase to really get things going. It's a lot of new technologies for us to deal with as well, and a lot to keep focused on, a lot of different variables to keep an eye on. Well, thank you for persevering with us, and hopefully as we continue to continue to stream, that quality will undoubtedly get better. Thanks for joining us, Rebecca, this evening from East Midlands. There's a lot of streams from other airports in the UK. It's just a shame that East Midlands was missing out, so we're down here this evening. And hopefully for a lot more evenings as well. It's just a shame that there's not a lot more action that we can bring you. We're just waiting for the arrival of those cargo flights as they make their way in, hopefully in the next 30 minutes or so. Just keeping focused on the cargo jet 767 whilst that's being reloaded for its outbound journey. So So thank you for joining us, everybody. It's definitely dropped again, and there's a lot more stars out now. It's a bit of frost appearing. We're keeping warm. Thermals on. There's the few electric warmers. But thank you for joining us and persevering with us this evening. It's a bit of fine art to learning the ins and outs of streaming. We've had to learn quite quickly. But it's a good learning experience. Just a couple of, if we just pan away from that 767. If we can get the tripod unlocked. Just a couple of movements on the airfield there. An aircraft just above. And it may well be the National Police Service walking there out again. There's nothing pinging up on the radar as of yet. May just be Alps vehicles on the runway. It's just difficult to tell from this this distance. Just pan back over to the 767. Pan back if anything does take off. So next aircraft to arrive into East Midlands, the Ryanair 737 in from Tenerife, and the UPS 767 in from Philadelphia. The DHL 757 just passing south of Manchester now, making its way into East Midlands. That's inbound from Reykjavik. Flight time on that will be around 2 hours and 20 minutes by the time it arrives in here. A particular aircraft is 37 years old, 37 years of age on that airframe, delivered in 1987. The Ryanair 737 turning onto final now here at East Midlands. We'll pan over to that once it progresses a bit further towards the airfield. And that UPS 767 just west of Nottingham now. Due to arrive in around 5 minutes' time. Yeah, the weather's relatively clear here down here, East Midlands. Clear skies. So whilst that cargo is being loaded up there, we'll just pan across and catch the arrival of that Ryanair service in from Tenerife. And the Alps vehicle is just vacating the runway there. So it looks like most of the cargo services will be landing in the next 25 minutes or so. That UPS 767, followed by the 757, DHL 757, the ATR, West Atlantic ATR, just after 25 past 8, and an EMA 767, just after half past, about 25 to 9. So we'll probably end the stream on that last arriving cargo. We'll see it onto its stand, and then we'll go and get warm. So we'll be streaming for about 2 hours and 45 minutes by that point. So thank you to everybody who's joined us on this evening's stream from East Midlands Airport. We're not quite finished yet. Still awaiting those final cargo aircraft to make their way in this evening. Next aircraft to land is that Ryanair service in from Tenerife. The UPS is just in the distance, can just about see it. And the West Atlantic ATR just making its way over Daventry now. It's around 10 minutes out. Just pan slightly across to catch that Ryanair vacating. That is the EPS 767. Just about to turn off to final. Should be at the top of the screen now. And that DHL 757 just coming into the north of the airfield. So we'll keep on here and watch that 767 in. Hopefully watch that onto stand as well. And yeah, thank you very much to everyone who's just joining us on this stream. And welcome to live flight action down at East Midlands Airport. We're relatively local to the airport, so it's much more convenient for us to get down here rather than to Birmingham and to Manchester and down to Birmingham. And if you're new to subscribing to the channel, a very warm welcome to you. A bit warmer than I am currently. But thank you for joining us nevertheless. Tonight's stream's just a bit of a test stream to make sure all the equipment is performing as it should perform. A few hiccups at the start, and thank you for everybody who's helped us iron those out. And if you've not subscribed yet, please do consider subscribing. I'd like to bring in many more of these streams from East Midlands. So subscribe and turn on the notifications so you get notified when we're live down here. Most of the roadworks have gone from around here now. Definitely not seen any over the past couple of weeks. The 50 mile an hour limit's been off for a couple of weeks, I think. So it looks like they've finished installing those new areas, breakdown areas. I know, not really any roadworks around the airports that I've seen. So next inbound service to touchdown here at East Midlands is that UPS service in from Philadelphia. Flight time of around 6 hours and 24 minutes at the time of touching down. Now, a particular aircraft frame, should I say, is 14 years of age, delivered in 2010. Coming up to 15 years of age, April 2010. And the next aircraft on approach is that DHL 757, and from Reykjavik, flight time of around 2 hours and 10 minutes by the time it touches down. So we'll catch the next couple of arrivals and watch these ones onto their respective stands, and then we will go and get warm. So probably another 25 minutes of this evening's stream. The UPS 767 vacating runway 27 there and making its way down to the UPS stands at the other end of the airfield. That DHL 757 should make its way in front of us. Looks like they're preparing the stand for it. We're down here this evening at East Midlands, Daniel. It was lacking a bit of attention, East Midlands. We thought we'd give it a go. The DHL 757 inbound from Reykjavik, just touching down on 27 at East Midlands. Next inbound aircraft is the West Atlantic ATR in from Guernsey. Flight time of around 57 minutes by the time it touches down. Should just be able to make that one out in the distance there as it makes its descent into East Midlands. Hopefully we should catch that 757 roll out quite far down 27 onto the and vacate onto the taxiway onto its stand over at the DHL apron. we can get a bit further in, Rebecca. It's just a bit of an issue with the autofocus being that dark in the when the lights on the aircraft and the taxiway is just affecting that a tiny bit. Once that 757 comes a bit closer, we'll get a close-up of that one for you. Yeah, it definitely is. It's the only downside of streaming at night. The airfield itself is lit very well at ground level for obvious reasons, but from a visual point of view, it's a bit challenging. But once those nights start to draw out a bit, we'll hopefully see a lot more evening action, especially on the cargo side. We'll definitely be down here streaming anyway. So the DHL 757 turning onto the DHL apron there. Just pan across, keeping that ATR in view as well. And once that ATR does touch down, we'll go across to the 757. And the next couple of inbound services are just north of the airfield now as well. The DHL service from JFK is around 5 minutes out, followed by the Maersk 767 in from Belfast this evening. So we'll watch those two last services onto their respective stands this evening. Let's just catch that 757 turn onto stand there. Try and get a bit closer if we can. There we go. Here's the flight deck there on that 757. Tripod to behave itself. It's not liking the cold much either. There we go. Hopefully that's a better closer view for you. We'll try and get a close-up of that 767 arriving in from New York as well. Once that arrives on stand, hopefully it pulls in next to 757. It's a bit more brightly lit down that end of the DHL apron as well, so hopefully the camera behaved itself. Yes, all right. We like to close up to the action as well, just to show that the camera doesn't like it as much. And the ground power unit just being attached there. And the stairs for the crew to disembark as well. So that DHL 767 in from JFK, turning on to final now for runway 27. And last passenger service of the stream will likely be the Jet 2 service from Lanzarote. So we'll keep on the DHL for the next minute or so. We'll just plug some more power in if we can get it. Oops. Tripod off. So we'll just zoom out and catch the arrival of that DHL 767. Follow closely behind by the Maersk 767. DHL 767 just touching down there. Now following behind is that Maersk 767 in from Belfast. The Jet 2 service in from Lanzarote, just visible north of the airfield now as well. That'll be our last arrival of the stream. We'll watch the DHL 767 on to stand and just catch the arrival of that Jet 2 as well. And then we'll go and get warm. So thank you to everybody who's joined us this evening. Thank you very much to everybody who's new to the channel and subscribed as well. If you haven't already subscribed, do consider subscribing to keep up with all of our contents and to be notified of all of our streams down here at East Midlands Airport. I really appreciate your support. If you can subscribe, hopefully be out here next Tuesday to catch the 747 arrival in our previous stream on Saturday. As I mentioned earlier, somebody did mention it was one of the one of pilot's last flights in a 747 or operating with One Air. So we'll be out here to catch that. Hopefully it's a lot warmer than it is now next Tuesday. And the Jet 2 service in from Lanzarote just at the top of the screen there, about to turn on for finally at East Midlands Airport. There's 767 touching down there. And we'll just pan across to that DHL 767 as it arrives onto stand. See if we can get a bit closer to that one for you. Speed brake still deployed there. And the Maersk 767 just vacating the runway now. Looks like that one is heading down towards the EPS airport at the other end of the field. So the DHL 767 from JFK, engines just shutting down now, and the inbound Jet 2 aircraft from Lanzarote on its final approach into East Midlands. couple of aircraft on final approach now, one being the Jet 2 from Lanzarote, followed by the Chewy service from Lanzarote. We'll just quickly pan across to those arriving services. So last two aircraft to arrive at East Midlands this evening will be the Jet 2 and Chewy services, both in from Lanzarote. Flight times of around 3 hours and 45 minutes on the Chewy, and the aircraft just about to touch down, taking a slightly longer route, flight time of 4 hours and 6 minutes at the time of touching down. The Jet 2 737, 8 years of age, delivered in October 2016. And the Chewy 737 MAX, delivered last year, May 2024. So that's the Jet 2 safely down there, coming to a stop on runway 27. Yeah, Jet 2 737 vacating runway 27 there. Now we should see that Chewy emerge at the top of the screen anytime soon. The final aircraft to arrive on tonight's stream is that Chewy 737 MAX in from Lanzarote. Thank you again to everybody who's joined on tonight's stream and joined in with a chat as well. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. We'll be down here again very soon. We'll put details of that stream up. And if you can, please like and share the channel as well. We want to attract as many people as we can to the streams. There's not very much interest in East Midlands, but it's local to us, and we hope you enjoyed watching the action down here. We would like to share it with a lot more people, so if you can, please do share it. At Chewy aircraft going to stop there on runway 27. And we'll stay with that one till it vacates. It looks a lot brighter on camera than it does in person. Making it right into the taxiway there. And down towards the passenger terminal. So the EPS 767 ready to be unloaded there. stairs for the crew just gone up. A quick look on the rest of that DHL airport as well before we end the stream. The forward cargo door just being raised on that 757, ready to unload. And that's cargo jet 767 there. Once it focuses. That forward cargo door now closed, unloaded, and the rear cargo just about to be finished off. So once again, thank you to everybody who's joined tonight's stream. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you to everybody who's new to the channel and subscribe, and everybody who's returned as well to watch tonight's stream. We're going to get packed away now and go and get warm, but thank you very much. My name's Tom, for those who've asked. It's been great to stream tonight and great to see everybody down here at East Midlands Airport. We'll put details of the next stream on the page. We'll schedule one in. But for the time being, thank you very much for joining us, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you very much.